Okay, welcome everybody. This is the Kubernetes SIG Architecture Production Readiness Subproject meeting for February 12th, 2020. We have a small attendance here, so I think this will be a short meeting, just a couple agenda items. I guess since Elena, you're new, I would, love it if you could introduce yourself. I'll introduce myself. I'm John. I work with Wojtek, who's on the call at Google. So I'm, been involved in Kubernetes for a couple of years, and recently chairing SIG architecture and started this little sub project to see if we can make things a little bit better.
Nice.
Production readiness.
Yeah, I'm Alina, and I've been working with Kubernetes for a long time as a part of Rancher first.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so I've been one of the founding engineers at Rancher, but there we were building the software like on top of Kubernetes. And I recently moved to Apple infrastructure team.
Oh, okay.
I would like to be more involved with the Kubernetes internals. So Kubernetes architecture meeting is something that sounded really interesting. So I've joined the SIG and hope to be in the loop.
Okay, well, hopefully it's interesting. Are you, one of our colleagues just joined Apple over there, Jace Singer-Dumar. I don't know.
Yeah, on the neighboring team is Jace.
What's that?
We sit very close to each other.
Oh, okay.
We're working on the same agenda, yeah.
All right, great. Well, say hello. Say hello from me. Excellent. Well, so our agenda, well, Wojtek, do you want to introduce yourself?
Sure. I'm Wojtek. I work also with John in Google on Kubernetes for the last 5 years, a little bit more than 5 years. Like before I started on working in Kubernetes before 1.0, actually. My main focus area is scalability. I was leading the SIG for a long time. Now I moved more to a TL role, like to purely technical role there. But I'm like over this time, and given like how horizontal scalability is, I touched pretty much every single aspect of Kubernetes.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Okay, great. Thank you. Well, welcome to our little sub-project here. Okay, so a couple of things. Let me share. So I have this open twice. I seem to have it open twice. All right. Okay, so the only action items we had from the last meeting were this PR, which I guess Wojciech already LGTM'd. I did want to mention that I submitted something for the summit just to give an overview, and I guess I'd like to discuss how we might, between now and then, I think we may want to put this into the CAP template. I don't think we did that yet, did we, Wojtek? And make this, like in the enhancements process, we have a gate where we say in order for an enhancement to be included in the release, it has to have a test plan and graduation criteria. And I think we could probably ask for these questions to be answered as well as part of that now.
Yep, I think so.
Okay, so I'll start talking to the release team about that, and we'll see if we can, that policy must be written down somewhere. I'll have to figure out where it is.
I think it's probably good time now because like 118 cycle is closed, I mean, in terms of feature. So people targeting 119 will have quite a lot of time to actually adjust to it.
Exactly, great. So then what I said in the session was basically we'll go through the questionnaire and kind of explain it to people. And then potentially also go over these survey results if we think that's useful to people at the summit. So
cool, yeah.
Okay. Then the other thing, if anybody wants to join me in that instead of me doing it myself, just let me know. Then the only other thing I have here are the survey results. I think, yeah, I'm gonna have to like blur these email addresses or something. I don't really like putting people's email addresses out on the recording, but um, we can go over this briefly. But like I said, I'd rather we we got about 78 responses. I'd rather what's the word? Wait for David and maybe take a little more time and look at this a little more closely. Then, because I know he's very interested, I want to do it twice. I don't want to do it in the next meeting too. But basically, we got a pretty good, I think, almost 80 people is a decent response rate. About half the people, or rather, almost 2/3 of the people are running their Kubernetes self-hosted, with then another almost 50%. I guess these could add up to more than 100%, probably, because I think they were checkboxes, running in different cloud providers. And a fair spread. We got at least one response with a large number of clusters, mostly small operators though. And the number of nodes. So we asked about clusters and nodes to get an idea of whether they have lots of small clusters or a few big clusters or whatever. But got about 30 people who are willing to go further and sort of do a more one-on-one interview type of thing. So part of the goal of this was to find those people, and we have a project for doing that kind of field research that a couple of folks have volunteered to work on. This should hopefully move that forward some. Any case, like I said, I'm not going to go into the details now, but basically nothing too shocking in the versions. And yes, people have rolled back in order to test and because of failures. So let's, unless anybody has specific questions or wants to dig into it right now, why don't we wait till next time?
Can you maybe share those results with this group?
I can try and figure out how to do that. The problem is I don't want to share them with everybody, especially with email addresses in there, like with KDev. Like I can share with specific individuals, like I can share with you. But like I can't like I don't want to share to a large group like that with people's email.
Okay, sure. If you could share, like I would be interested in looking into them a little bit more details. So
yeah, sorry, Elena.
Me too, if that's okay. I'm not a Googler, so.
Oh no, it doesn't matter. You don't have to be a Googler. I just need your email, your Google account info.
I'll share it here.
Okay.
But it's great. I didn't expect that so many people will actually answer this questionnaire.
Yeah, it's pretty good response, like 80 people. I mean, this is a very self-selected crowd. That's the thing we have to be wary of as we analyze the results. This is Kubernetes Discuss, KDev, and KUser Slack channel. So it's people who are involved in the community. We're not getting like a random sample of,
Sure.
But it's still, I think there's some useful data in here. So. Okay, I got your email here. All right, well, any other questions? Otherwise, I'll just call it for today, and we'll, at some point, I'll try and extract this data into a deck or something that I can exclude that question, and it's got the email addresses, and then just share it with the SIG Arch mailing list. But I'll add the two of you for now.
Thank you, John.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, I think it would be useful.
Okay.
Okay.
All right, bye-bye.
Thank you. See you.